all the love you bring. Love, good evening and welcome to Saturday Night Reaver. You can stop singing now. Yes, hi, how are you? It's been a week. Wednesday I was actually out Christmas shopping. You know, had to get things underway. Not the typical male shopping experience where we would leave it till the very last minute and then run around like a complete maniac. But yeah, getting the main thing sorted out as you do, because I wanted to get out before it gets too busy out in the supermarkets, shopping centres, and all that sort of thing. So I had to get that done, and that's the majority of my shopping done now. So, woohoo, win me. No, you can't win me. Sorry, that is not a prize. We're not doing that. But yes. So yes. So some of the things I would be doing tonight. We have the Lead and Drop pod. I'm also going to try and get these guys and some other dudes just over here, if I can reach them without disturbing their little area. Now, I am aware it might be a quiet one tonight because there is, a football game of certain magnitude to British English, I'd say, not the British, the English. And I also know that there are a few of my friends are participating in a online sort of Christmas get-together sort of thing for the Titans Owners Club. So it'll be probably not a lot of people around tonight. So I'll keep going. Obviously, if no one turns up, no one turns up. But yes, right, brushes. So yeah, so these guys here, which are my second kill team type headhunters for the Alpha Legion, and these guys, which are he's got a 5 of the Efrit Disruption Cadre, however you pronounce it. And we've also got Shiny McShandyson, the drop pod. So that's been given several coats of primer, lead belcher, and a silver spray that I found, which I'm utilising that just to give it that shine. It's rather groovy, and yeah, it's quite a chunky Von Monkey. But yeah, so hopefully we get that. I've got the airbrush here with us tonight as well, so put that there. But as I say, I'm going to try and get through these guys. Actually, I'll put that down there. That'll do. So just cracking on with them really. That'll do, Pick. Hey, Edvin, first, indeed. There is, it's going to be a quiet one, I think, tonight. What with World Cup shenanigans and other things that may be going on in internet land. So, how are you, buddy? Just getting the lead belcher on these guys. Tanny person only. Yeah, pretty much. Let's say he's just here, just getting the minutes up. As I say, I didn't do Wednesday, as you are aware, because I was out. But yeah, just an easygoing one at the moment. We've got stuff to paint at last. I have been painting during the week. I've been doing some Blood Bowl dudes, Black Hawk team. The my Black Hawks, which I've based on the San Francisco 49ers, who are now called the Slam Bam Fisto Orky Whiners, and there was a special character for Orc teams, which my friend Crystal McDowell actually gave to me as a sort of, it was a sort of an incentive to actually do stuff with Blood Bowl, because the reason I got the Black Hawks in the first place was Crystal was posting up pictures of her stuff, and I was watching on a Twitch channel, and I was like really sort of taken in by how good the Black Hawks models looked and how awesome they looked with her painting scheme of them. There were loads of checkers on there, and I thought, wow, that is impressive. Not that I attempted checkers with mine, but yeah, it was. It sort of it created an itch, a hobby itch that needed scratching, and so I got myself some Black Hawks. I've actually got them here. They're in the room. They're just over there at the moment. So, hey dudes, fine, albeit very tired. Played a big 2 versus 2 game of HH yesterday evening and spent the day resting. Oh yeah, it slaps it out of you, doesn't it? Was you lucky with your team, your army? Was your Emperor's Children did you take out, or what? Greetings, Greg. Good evening, hobby fans. Hey, Leaky. I watched your video. I watched it with great interest. And like, to be honest, I was sitting there listening to it as I was doing some work in the kitchen earlier on. And I found it quite, how you done your breakdown on that was just really fascinating. Normally I'm like, oh my god, they're talking numbers, but I was riveted to your workings out and ratios and stuff. It was pretty impressive. So yeah, check it out, people. It's Leaky's working out on speculation on the cost of a 40k scale Warmaster Titan by breaking down existing kits and comparing them with the AT ones and working out a formula to calculate said numbers. But yeah, definitely worth watching. I say it was really quite interesting. So right, let's see you posting again. Evening Ed, what did you think? Oh, I told you that. Yeah, my armoured spearhead got mangled. Oh. Who's you up against? Just so I know what to avoid. I like the number-driven approach. I don't think you're far off. Yeah, so I used to do a lot of sort of like price speculation, but after, and I've said this several times before, after they released the Porphyrion, I was way off the mark because I knew it was a similar size, albeit a little smaller in height and girth to a Warhound Titan. I actually based it at the time. Warhound bodies were around about I think 260 ish, So I sort of was optimistically going, oh, I reckon about 250. 250 would be about, right, from what I knew, from the size, etc. Knowing that, obviously, with the Warhound, the body, you still had to buy the weapons. And I was quite shocked to find it was £320 at release. And I bought it because I said I was going to buy it, and I had saved my my bonus that I always got, because I always used to get vouchers, Games Workshop vouchers from my boss as a Christmas bonus sort of thing, or Christmas present. I'm standing there buying this Porphyrion, and I'm thinking, taking into account the cost of a Warhound with the weapons, at the time it only worked out about £20 more to actually buy a Warhound. So I'm thinking, where's the incentive? Because you're looking at that and you're going, but on the other hand, Warhound, £20 more, mega destruction. It's a no-brainer. You go for the Warhound for 20 quid. Whereas if it was 70 quid difference, Porphyrions. So, I don't think it actually aided with the sales of Warhounds, but it definitely probably hindered the sales of Porphyrions. So yeah, it was. Yeah, I bought that one, and I was happy with the model. The model was awesome, but yeah, it was to me, about 70 quid more than it should have been, because it's just too close to a Titan at the time. Obviously, they're different now, but at the time, yeah, you'd go 20 quid more. Yeah, it's not even worth thinking about it. You just drop it like that. Thanks. I expressed the most possible costs in kidneys, but I thought better of it. Yes. But no, it was a really good video. I did like it. I didn't comment on it because, as I say, I was in the middle of doing stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I was playing with an infantry heavy on Warriors list against a Death Guard and Dark Angels matchup. I think my relative inexperience coupled with a pretty bad list was the reason we lost. Oh, pleasure. I agree with Forge. It's easy to underestimate the cost of new Forge World models. That's why I come with a Chungus factor. Yes, and that is a real thing now. Chungus. Oh, I loved it. Losing gloriously is my skill. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I when I go play games, I go with the mindset of not necessarily going to win, but I always like to, if I can kill a character, like especially if there's a Primarch on the build, if I kill a Primarch, I'm happy, and adds to my glorious total of killing Primarchs. Oh yes, thank you for that. Yeah, I did see that. I thought, oh, there's my picture. I was happy just seeing it, to be honest. But yeah, thank you for the shout out as well. That was much appreciated. Yeah, I'd say in latest updates on the runaway video upload of the Imperator Titan, we are vastly approaching 400,000 views on that video. And I'm still getting comments on it about, oh, you can play Kill Team on the roof there, or I thought it was AT and then I saw the man standing next to it. So it's just like, right, yeah, okay, and asking for data sheets and stuff. So whenever anyone asks for a data sheet, so we've got the rules for it, I just post them to my Twitter. So go to my Twitter. There's a picture of them there. because you can't post pictures on Instagram. So, well, you can, but not on the comments. You can't. B-roll, got to spray some minis. Famous Reaver. Oh yeah, because you finished Echoes of Eternity, didn't you, the other day? It is a good book, a very good book. A very enjoyable story. Anacondas! Yes. Yeah, it was lovely. ADB, he does love Blood Angels, and I think from Master of Mankind, when Zephon first turned up in the story, I think that's the first time that I really liked a Blood Angels character. So that was pretty awesome. I also like the fact that in the book, Zephon looks totally different to the model. So, because obviously the model, the way it was painted with the black hair and Aaron did actually describe what Zephon looked like in Master of Mankind. And no, he's got black hair now. This, that, and the other. It's basically Aaron envisioned Zephon looking like Louis from Interview from Vampire. That sort of forlorn, sort of noble look about him. Bringer of sorrow at the end of the day. But it was great to see Zephon out and about kicking ass. I are returned. You are here. You are back amongst the living. So, it's buggering cold out there, so let's hope the dog cult doesn't go awry. Yes, well, fingers crossed, dude. I was actually, these guys, I was spraying about half an hour ago, because it is significantly cold here as well. So I had to spray cans in the sink with hot water, and then obviously give them a good old shake up, and then literally standing in the door with my little tray, box tray, let's say, where I spray into. to make sure that they're all cuted appropriately. I was considering doing lead belcher spray, but I just thought, nah, I'd rather just brush it on because I'm a nightmare like that. And obviously, I'd have to brush over it anyway because spray doesn't always get in to the bits you want it to. And if you go too much with the spray, you lose your detail. So, hence why I'm rough brushing. Varnish in the cold, yeah. It's risky business, that. Oh, there's Timmy barking at whatever he freaking wants to. So I'm doing most of this off camera. The screen computer's been shifted around a bit, so it's getting you. Admittedly, I normally paint a lot of stuff off camera anyway. I think it went okay, just a dull coat finish, but it's really cold, so I'm not sure how that's going to wind up. Dry at least, so let roll the dice. Yeah, ran them inside right after, so office. My office is nice and fuming now. Yeah, glorious. You'll be high as a kite in no time. Dry, improve the odds. That it does. What? Pardon me. Sorry. Windy pops. Chinese. Yeah, it's work is slowing down a little bit now. Prior to Christmas, we're still getting people expecting to get things fitted before Christmas. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, it's significantly quieter business-wise. So it's just especially keeping on top of other things as best you can, really, and to keep freaking warm. Because it is so cold. So what are you guys working on tonight anyway? Apart from obviously Dull Coat Greg, who's doing something with Dull Coat. Ed, you're recovering from your ordeal yesterday at the hands of the Death Guard and the Dark Angels. Leaky, what are you up to? What are you building? Kai's this wonders speaking stag. Wondrous. Yeah. Talking animals, never a good sign. It is really quite cold in this office as well. I'm sitting right next to there's a heater right here. I pulled it close and I'm still feeling it a little bit. Like the chill. Yes, I almost did just burst into one of the songs from Greece. I got chills. Wanderers. If I manage to get off over this tiredness, I'll do some airbrush priming. Cool. Oh yeah, so the Blood Bowl team, but here they are. So obviously that's the character dude with his ghoul chewer or whatever his name is. So I did that Thursday, yeah. So he's actually got satin varnish on sprayed over. So I'm actually considering just actually giving it a matte spray, just to tone it down. But yeah, and mostly contrast on this as well. Snake bite leather. I was watching I was watching Willow, not the TV series, the film. With that, and then we've got boys. Their decals. Can't focus on. All right. That's my numbers from the actual legendary San Francisco 49ers. Although most of them are actually sort of, well, most of them, I'd say half. So 16 is Joe Montana, 21 is Frank Gore, 74 is Joe Staley, 85 is George Kittle, 42 is Ronnie Lott, 52 Vernon Davis, there. 33 is Roger Craig. No number because there's nowhere to really put them. 80, that's Jerry Rice. And 87 is Dwight Clark. Dwight Clark is the wide receiver. One of the most famous instances in American football history is a thing called the catch. It is simply called the catch because it was between Joe Montana and Dwight Clark. Literally, it was one of those things where the clock is just counting down. They're rushing through the plays, and then it is just like a Hail Mary of a throw with like the last seconds on the clock, and Dwight Clark in the end zone just jumps up and just plucks that pigskin out of the sky. And they've been talking about it for the last like 40 years. Yeah, so that's my dudes. What we got there? I'm chilling at the moment. Had a nasty rhinovirus infection this week. Just getting over it. I might do some hobby tomorrow. Rhinovirus. Posh for gold. So posh. But yes, well, I'm glad that you're feeling better, and hopefully get some hobby done tomorrow at least. Hobby is good. Hobby is wise. So yeah. Working on Black Ops 2, the Washington Greenskins. Nice! Of course, halfway through the season, they've become the Washington Blood Bowl team. Yeah, there's no real name for them, is there? Isopropyl alcohol. Just tried IPA on a cotton bud, but no luck. Just made it fluffy. Maybe I need some more rugged applicator. Woo. Pomade. Yes. I'll just push this on just a bit. Get in there. Barbecue skewer. Yeah, I've actually got another 2 kits for these guys. Another 2 headhunter kits, I should say. So, because one of the rules, or say rights of war, that they have is headhunter life fuel. Sorry, the name of it. Just look it up quick. Yeah, the headhunter levial. So you can take headhunters, kill teams as troop choices and fast attack choices. If an army includes a detachment using this right of war, then the Slay the Warlord secondary duda comes into play and is worth an additional +2 victory points to the controlling player that the detachment with this right of war. During the first game turn, all units composed entirely of models of infantry type and Legion that started Alpha Legion special rule gain the Shrouded 5+ special rule whilst at least 12 inches away from any enemy. All models with the vehicle type in the detachment using right of war must begin playing reserves. Detachment using right of war must include more fast attack choices than heavy support choices. There you go. Raiders misses death for one of them sponge eyeshadow applicators, but it would be even more aggressive. Yeah, no worries, dude. Always a pleasure. Always want to make sure you're right. I was hoping to do some hobby on the exciting new model this weekend. Might have ordered myself the new Kronos Necromunda Crawler Meebob. Not arrived yet. The posters are withholding their labour, so I shall patiently wait. Just be patient. Patience is its own reward. Something like that. I don't know. Not quite sure. I doubt it is patience is its own reward. Reward. Something like for those that wait. So yeah, this is the Marine Recon Mark IV Recon dudes, which come with shotguns and sniper rifles. Because of the whole hoo-ha with the dodgy hands that I had with my first packs, and they've sent out subsequent replacements, I can do one squad with shotties and a squad with snipers, because they're quite Nemesis bolters are quite tasty by all accounts. Next big piece for me will be the falchion. Ooh, nice. Falchion is a beast. Evening, fella. Hey, it's my boy. Hey there, my boy. What are you up to? You just chipping in from work, or what are you doing, son? Yeah, so if you're doing the Efrit Disruption cadre, or Carder, however you want to pronounce it, it's really only the Mark IV recons that you can get, because I don't think you can't buy the, well, unless you go to bit sites and buy the shotguns or Nemesis bolters separately. But yeah, it just seems a lot of ag doing that. So I did change the heads to using the Alpha Legion heads for it. Still waiting patiently to see if they do bring out their own Mark VI heads, which I'm assuming they will do because everyone else is getting them, so why not those guys? Yeah, no, yeah, I know that feeling with Grey's Anatomy. I watched it for many seasons. I think it wasn't until, well, literally it was, yeah, it was after the breakup of my marriage that I stopped watching as much. But yeah, no, it was a great show. I really enjoyed the characters in it as well. Alex Karev was one of my favourite characters in. Well, there's several really good characters. They all have their things. There, you know, bits that you like. Chrissy as well. Chrissy's cool. Yeah, you will go on a very long. Well, I say because there's so many seasons now as well, so you'll be occupied for a while with that, and that's a good thing because it is a good show. You can't really go wrong, and there's also spin-offs as well, because there are some characters that turn up in a later series, and they get their own little side series. Those are lovely models forged. I'm making 10 for Ivy. Of course, she asked for the weapons to be magnetized. My working scale. I was going to magnetize them because I was only getting 2 packs, but because of the hoo-ha with the hands, like there was several hands in the packs which were missing the hands, so they sent out new ones to replace them, but they were also missing hands. So I've got another 10, and I'll just blag some hands from somewhere. So I'll just have one squad with snipers and one squad with shotguns. so I don't need to magnetize. I did buy magnets for that purpose, but then again, I was doing that for the magnets were also for the tac support Mark 6. Mark 6 tac support by magnets, because all those weapons you can swap in and swap out. So at the moment I've only got plasmas and melters done, magnetized. To be honest, they're probably the ones I'd deploy the most anyway, but I can still just swap in rotor cannons if I wanted to. I've still got all the weapons, so it's just a case of just cutting them off and building them and pardon me, and then getting them out. She's ready to get shot of. Makeup brushes are excellent for her hair. The old makeup palettes, if there's greens and browns and greys left, they're great for weathering terrain. Yeah, Luke, make sure I'll give my little sunbeam a little hug from me, please, as well. My emotional support, Taylor. Yes. So that's the surf and turf of the hobby world. Old makeup gear to put this. Last one of these dudes. Yeah, I thought I'd give this one a power sword for the sergeant. He'll still be armed with like a shotgun, because he can be. But he's carrying that. I've got to find a place to put a shotgun there. I just play it safe, yes. You treat any resin like any resin. Wash it just to play it safe. Yeah, just never risk it. Not with that stuff. It's not worth it. Congrats on going this long without getting any fine casts. I at one of the last games days, like the original sort of like before Warhammer Fest, there was Games Day, and I was standing around one of the things where Jervis Johnson was actually sitting down holding court with people coming up asking questions and looking at stuff on the table and all that sort of jazz. And somebody brought up about fine casts with all the problems and all that, with gaps and holes and bubbles and all that sort of thing. And he just stuck to the company line, obviously saying, well, if you get that, you just take it back to your local Games Workshop store and ask to exchange it, sort of thing. And they'll sort that out. And obviously he was just keep on saying that, so like all these things, but what about this, what about that? And I actually sort of just chipped in, because I said, well, to be honest, my experience is that if you do get something like that, you could actually use that as an enhancement, you know, or it's a characteristic. Like, oh yeah, he's had like a bit shot out of his armor or something. Like that. It adds to the aesthetic sort of thing. But he doubled down and said, no, you take that back. And yeah, but you could do that sort of thing. And he just would not say yes, you could. He just said, no, you just take it back. And he was getting quite agitated. Okay, I'll drop it. I was just trying to help you out, sort of thing, in my own way, thinking that yeah, you could do that if you was a, you know, like more of a mature level hobbyist. You could utilize the disfigurement of that, you know, because that's how I am. Oh, look, that looks a little bit dodgy. I'll do something with that. Oh, wow, it looks amazing. But yeah, you just weren't having any of it. So yeah. It was out the hobby in the dark days. Yeah, the only thing I find disappointing, to be honest with you, for headhunters is that as an upgrade kit, you're paying £34 for heads, torso, shoulder pads, the guns, and this little bit here, little like armor plate. Whereas, like, I think everybody else, like special weapon or special units, come with bodies. So you've actually got to get hold of some bodies for the backpacks. So they're actually one of the more expensive units to actually have, because you've got to buy a box of 10 Mark IV to cover the actual parts that you need. And the old Raven Guard upgrade kits, back when I was doing Raven Guard, it was only like £16 sort of thing, and for 5 dudes. And you've got backpacks in them, torsos, heads, some shoulder pads as well. So it just seems weird. Twice the price, and I have the 25th anniversary 40k Crimson Fist Captain, new in the box. I dared not open it in case it was a bad one. As long as the box stays closed, the Schrodinger's military laws applies. This is true. This is very true. As long as you don't open it, brand new in box applies. I've just seen your tweet tag. What are you tagging me in now? Yeah, maybe. All right. Reply to that thing for you as well. It seems weird he wants to go to Titan's Owners Club for do a trade or to buy a Titan when you just buy them from Forge World. It's sublime and not. Balance warders are the same. No legs or arms. Super glad to be building Stone Gauntlet and Headhunter Leviathan. Did actually consider trying to do a bit of converting of Mark 6. Mark 4 would be easier though. Yeah, but second hand he's going to get. It's not going to be cheaper. Not with Titans. That's why I put in the heresy trading. Just see. But you get what you're given, unfortunately. And they might not even be proper stuff there as well. Especially if you don't get a certificate or anything with it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Typical, just broke off a part of the bloody. Damn you. Oh well. I'm not finding that in this weather. Too dark, too cold. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like the new Salamanders stuff. So a lot of like, you know, was it even Oculus Imperius had put up a picture of like one painted up like a chicken. Press F to pay respect to Forge's damaged marine. Damn you, Jervis Johnson. I can't take it back now. Too late. No, I as I said, I really do like. I like them. I think they're quite characterful for Mark 6 beakies, looking more salamandery. They're better than the resplendent wolf helms. There was just too many wolf helms. You know, one or two, not a problem, but too many for the Space Wolves. Bless them. Pardon me. I actually saw some of the Empress Children's Mark 6 actually painted up. Gesundheit. Thank you. And they actually didn't look too bad. I didn't like the Empress Children's Mark 6 ones, but they have sort of grown on me a little bit. Not that I'm buying any Mark 6 for my Emperor's Children. I've got enough Marines for my Emperor's Children. They don't need any more. So, yes. Right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Really quite cold in here. Space Wolf Mark 6 heads are the ultimate meme for army for Heresy 2.0. You only have the 4-year-old heads for your glorious third. That's fair. Did you use Mr. Speakerface? I didn't, but I don't know where he is. Might be in my bits box somewhere. I don't think I did. No, I don't use it on my Praetors or anything like that. But I might actually use that for doing the choir master for the cacophony. Well, my Emperor's Children started off as loyalists, and they still generally are. But Eidolon is a douchebag character in the books, but his character in Heresy is actually quite nasty, like in a good way for you. So yeah, they're flexible, as you would expect for someone of the Emperor's Children. Lee had a pic come up for my phone memories this month, way back when I won Will as hobby slave. I wasn't there for the draw, but yeah, I remember Will, and yeah. No, I wasn't a hobby slave. It was the staffer. Will was one of the staffers. This is before they all went one man stores. Because they'd, was it? Yeah, Daz, Will, and was it Liam? Whoever it was as the third of the trio, I never had the least amount of contact with. Hence why I don't remember his name. Yes. I've probably fielded mine as traitors more than loyalists. The last game, which was against Ivy at Bad Moon, they were loyalists. Which I was fielding Soul Tarvitz, and ancient Rylanor, but not as ancient Rylanor, because the character of ancient Rylanor is like 70 points more, and there's nothing different from a normal Contemptor with weapons. Yeah, no, Simon was there, but there was another guy with dark hair. So Will might have gone already, but it was definitely a younger dude with dark hair. What am I building? I'm doing Alpha Legion Efrit Saboteur cadre, Disruption cadre. Sorry. I've got my Legion drop pod over there waiting to be sprayed, along with these dudes. And yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment. Although for future reference, I'll probably be getting back onto Titans at some stage for the AT, because I've got several kits still waiting to be built. Yeah, there was another guy. Nope, I'm old, I don't remember it. Yeah, no, there was. I'm not sure if Simon had left. Yeah, Simon was there, but yeah, Dad's in charge. Will. No, I honestly don't remember him. But there was a young guy with dark hair. So we had, yeah, there was 4 of them. Before GW went totally weird, and then they got rid of that store. So Simon went to Wayland with Daz, along with Will. I think those 3 are still there. I know Daz is, because obviously he's like Daz is like their version of Duncan Rhodes for all the stuff that they do with the Wild West game and Dystopian Wars, because he does all the painting for him. Although he's doing all the, as Lee Trailer was on here last week, he was saying that Daz is doing all the staff training now as well. Right. Mustang. So are you doing any hobby in Mustang? I'm going to get a hot toddy and off to bed. Nighty, all. Thanks for streaming for us. No worries, buddy. Glad you could join us, and thank you for your video earlier. Be sure to follow Leaky Cheese on YouTube and any other social media platform that he may frequent, because he's a good chap. And he knows his shit. As in, he knows his shit, not he's shit. You know, just make sure you know that. I have none of this stuff. He's a good egg. He's a good egg. A phrase we don't use enough these days. Oh yes, yes. He's a damn fine egg. Yeah, you too, buddy. Thank you for dropping in. Always welcome here, my friend. You go get your hot toddy and you tod it up. Reload on hobby fuel. by comparison, this stuff, this week's beverage, what's this week's beverage? It's the Budweiser, King of Beers. Well, if that's a thing, good luck. Oh, you swine. From my understanding, they're giving away all the beer they can sell in the country that wins. Oh, yeah, because on a whim, I decided to try painting the Blood Bowl team coins with contrast over gold, and it's coming out extremely nice. Oh, nice. I'll post them up in the thingy, because I've still to do my one. Um, Yeah. Right, let's get that all, do the dishes and find things that smell in the fridge before Mrs. get home. Yeah, no worries about that. But yeah, I've done all my airbrushing now anyway, so I've got a clean airbrush, and that I'll probably be finishing shortly anyway because it is ridiculously cold, and I don't think that's good for me. You know, being all cold and stuff. Yeah, it's dark here now, so back to Yeah, no worries. Well, thanks for hanging out, Greg, and I'll check out your picture in a minute. But yeah, I hope you have fun with your hobbying once you get back to it after sorting out the smelly stuff in the fridge. All right, buddy. Take care and speak to us soon. Yeah, no worries, dude. Yeah. Gosh. So that's the basics done for those guys anyway. Um, right. Seeing as it's 4 minutes past 10, and I'm just going to be spending the next few minutes tidying up anyway, I'll say that will be it for this evening's. So thank you for hanging out, everyone who popped in today. But yeah, I'll be continuing this over the week, but that's pretty much all the airbrushing for the most part done anyway. I'll be doing extra bits and pieces with wash and stuff. So, but yes, yeah. So I hope everyone is groovy and funky and are keeping yourselves warm in this little clement weather. And I should be back in on Wednesday as normal. Obviously, if there's any problems, I will inform everybody, or one way or another. But until then, happy hobbying, and I'll see you then. So take care. Bye bye for now.